It's getting late in the day. Yeah, turn on. Hope there it goes. Gotcha. All right, it's 3 o'clock. We'll call a meeting to order. If you have your cell phones, please mute or turn it off. And Becky, will you do roll call?
Yeah, mine took a little bit.
That's on.
There's a similar. Go ahead. Tom Wilson, Dean Friel,
Here.
Jack Scrogsted,
Here.
Mike Pearson,
Here.
Ryan Rod.
Here.
All right, no public attendees, so it's just us. If there are no changes or corrections to the minutes from September 16th, Facilities and Maintenance Committee meeting, they will stand as presented. Anybody have any changes or anything? All right, they will stand. Maintenance Department report and updates. Eric, is there anything you'd like to share with us today?
Sure, we've got a few things that we've been dealing with. Starting Old Courts. Here, we had two valves that needed to be replaced in the boiler system. And since we had to replace those, we had to drain down the entire water system basically. So it's taken a little bit of time to get all the air bled out of the VAVs, and we finally accomplished that today. So all the heat's working and seems like everybody's a happy camper here, right? The north vestibule is also finally done. We had Midwest painting. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but most everybody goes through the main entrance on the south side, but yeah. All the old stone was just kind of falling apart from a previous patch, and mudded Durabond and prime paint. It looks good. It'll probably last maybe 5 years. So I think the next step is to maybe throw some Durarock over it and do like a fancy marble or tile or something for the next step. But this was the cheapest route. Revisiting the retaining wall concepts. Not sure if you want to talk about that. So the state funding was not funded for us, so we were thinking we were going to maybe win some monies from the state, and that fell through. So there's been thoughts that we can maybe redo the scope and pull the retaining wall towards the flagpole and almost start it there and drop the front elevation down 4 foot. It might be a little bit cheaper for us in the future. Level it out, seed it, replant trees, because we'd have to pull, I think, roughly 8 of them, 6, 8, something like that.
A lot of stuff out there
Mm-hmm.
that is, you know, in the ground, and for it to be brought down to another level would be quite a bit too.
Right.
What about, have we thought about just doing that area? Yes, it'll be a different look than the rest of it, but at least it takes care of it. And then when we can plan for the whole darn thing to be done, have we looked at just doing that small little 5% of the wall?
I mean, we can probably just patch it in for the time being, but if we,
I mean, other than having these barricades sitting up there, I mean, unless you're looking at it. But if we just, like you said, patch it or,
Mhm.
you know,
I think if we look at the big picture, I think we're gonna end up pulling the trigger on it sooner than later. So we're hoping to get it done at least in my perspective, we were thinking we were gonna get it done before the 4th of July this year. So,
The issue, Jack, is that the existing wall is continuing to move. And so we're, we need to plan to get it done, because if we don't, we could have another collapse in some taller areas that we're concerned about. So the thought process is with, not being able to do it as we previously envisioned with the state funding involved. We had been able to look at a new design that the engineers are looking at right now, bring back, as Eric had stated, to pull that back. It would actually reduce significantly the amount of wall structure we have to, for future issues, one, and two, it eliminate a lot of that cost that we were looking at with the potential $2 million price tag. So that's part of that win. Yeah, Mike?
Is there a possibility to regrade the entire? No.
No, not with what we have here on the north lawn, because of the way the existing structure is. So, we talked about just regrading what we have. I mean, the elevations just wouldn't work. So I think Eric and, Mr. Wilson had looked at regrading or coming back about 75 feet from the road, 75, 80 foot. Grading it from ground level back, and then having a 2-tiered wall still, which would be about 3 feet, 2.5 feet, 3 feet each.
mhm.
Is that right, Eric?
Yep.
Yep.
We'd actually go the entire way. Well, we're on pretty much right here at the flagpole. We would turn right about there.
We'd have one set of steps coming in at that point instead of
Yeah.
the multiple sets of steps,
We would eliminate
which would also eliminate
this.
cost.
set, the north set, well, actually all the sets on that side.
So you're thinking taking out all the steps on the north side of the building, correct?
No,
There-
the north side would still have one entrance
Right in the center,
right in the center where the flagpole's currently at.
right?
But it wouldn't be at the sidewalk. It would be essentially where the
This would
flagpole.
be ground level all the way up to the pole. Then we'd insert our tiers there.
So again, we're looking at getting that, just the design phase of it done, seeing what the cost analysis is. The goal would be, obviously the finance guys know about this, so trying to plan for that and what that looks like here moving into the future. We're already budgeting, funds in for capital for this, so we understand it's going to be something that we have to take on. And again, just like any other facility or properties, priority or emergency, this is one of them now. So that's what we're looking at. But hopefully the goal would be to get this put together, a bid package put together, so we could go out for bid this winter and have it as a spring project at the latest. Does that sound about right?
Mhm.
Sorry, I didn't mean to butt in. I just,
Yeah, no,
Be a change of pace for some of the citizens. Sure they're gonna be-
yeah, it will be, but you know what? When I was walking out there, I actually walked out there this morning to look again, and I was trying to see what, where they're at on the corner. They're pulling some wires through, but it's really gonna open up line of sight too for people coming westbound off of Second Street. With that intersection there, you're gonna be able to see all the way to the arch essentially from the road, where you have a lot of blind spots right now. So, I mean, that should be pretty helpful for traffic control. Even from the Galena aspect of it as well, because when you're coming through, you can't see if you're turning right on Second off of Galena. You can't see coming through until you hit the curve. So hopefully that helps out, but we're trying to do what we can here, eliminate some costs and still keep the aesthetics of the preservation of the aesthetics of the building. And I think this will do that.
So yeah, so we'll be revisiting that in the near few months. Hopefully we have something solid to present to you instead of just talking about it. To do, I'm hoping around the first or second week of November, now that we're almost midway to end of the month here, is the best move, assuming IT has open spots for them to do their thing. We're gonna take IT and best and move it to the old IT room in the first level. That's gonna be the next semi-big ticket item, which really isn't a whole lot for us. Just some refreshing of paint if needed and building a bookshelf on each side of elections. New courthouse, we finally cleaned out almost half of our stuff that was in second floor receiving where our old department used to be housed, basically. We're still working on that. We had an elevator go down because of a bad circuit board that has been replaced. There was just a notice from Kone saying that we need to, there's a Illinois fire marshal mandate. Trying to remember the terminology they had, but it's basically a door break. Some extra safety feature that any elevator that has been installed since January 26th of this year, we'd have 3 years to update our equipment. It was like a EMB something or other, but I'm not exactly sure what that means as far as dollars and cents goes, but that's coming up in the next 3 years. It's always something. Public defenders got new carpet in the old EMA conference room. We had a new roof leak that we found near one of the RTUs again. Anderson Roofing is being dispatched on that, hopefully this week. There's also another leak in the new FMD vestibule door or vestibule area. The main building seems fine. Another big ticket item, the transformer. So at New Courts, we've been having all this equipment BS going down, not functioning. We've been troubleshooting since basically the start of it. One of the techs came and they were testing voltage on one of the condensers. And at that condenser, we were 198 volts, which we have a 3-phase 208 system. So once it goes to the transformer and then goes out to the equipment, we're dropping, 9 volts, which is within reason. But at the transformer, we're actually at like 100 or 204 volts. So we're already low voltage there. And once we're under load, we're actually at like 150% of our usage of that transformer. So what I'm assuming is that transformer was put in undersized when the addition was built. So next step is to have ComEd come out with their engineering consulting department, and they'll analyze whatever they need to do, and hopefully we have a new transformer sometime soon. And that'll, we're hoping, resolve all these issues.
I'm assuming that's not a cost to us to get that new transformer or.
So far, I am hearing not. I'll keep you updated. Animal control. I know the kennel walls have been postponed since summer. We have been doing other things, and I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but if we have an open end of November, we can potentially get it done there. If it doesn't happen in that time, then it's gonna have to wait till spring, so. Sorry, Terry. LEC, we had two leaks fixed on a domestic hot water line. They've been leaking for quite some time and it's just gotten replaced. We've been going through the pipe chase and there's been a ton of controller board replacements, actuator board. It's time to start making some rounds there and hit that hard, before we have a oh crap factor. The guys have been staying on it as best they can. But since we're kind of at the reset right now with our department, after next week, we should be kind of on cruise control, which is going to be a weird feeling of, not going to say a slowdown, but focusing on maintenance.
Instead of lawn care, it's maintenance now.
Well, yeah, we still have a few days of grounds left to do. Yep. We are officially moved in at the FMD. You guys come on down and take a look. I'll give you a tour and how things roll. Just give me a buzz on my cell or talk to my secretary. Yeah. The maintenance shed, we are 100% cleared out.
What's the
The maintenance shed,
thinking about doing with that, with it empty?
you know, that's, right now, we're just gonna house the van in there and I mean, maybe we can put food pantry in there.
I don't think it's big enough for food.
I know,
You just, okay.
yeah,
All right.
it's, I'm not sure. Does anybody need any?
It'll get
Any
used, I
storage?
guarantee it.
I mean, we
I'm sure I
have,
could fill it.
we have plenty of storage around for all the internal departments, I feel, but, you know. That's also a good question. We're thinking of like a little fenced in storage for each specific department, you know. But again, they have quite a bit of space down there as it is. Second floor is almost 80% storage.
Okay. Just curious.
Mhm. My thoughts are overall is if anybody needs any extra office space, you know, it's a thought that maybe down the line, public can have that elevator go to second floor. If there's needed for expansion, I don't know. I'm not there yet.
Okay.
Grounds final, so the retaining wall, behind the old jail, it's been kind of clustered for how long. We've removed that last week. Put some landscape fabric down and, threw rock on it. It looks a whole lot better. We're still working on it. I think I'd like to see maybe some shrubs or small trees or something planted there. And then finally is the flag pole that's existing. Do we use that or do we not? Currently, it does not have a flag. Just kind of brought that up. I feel like we have enough flags, but it's a decent pole. I don't know if we should throw a flag there. I think in that corner, there's 2 or 3 flags already. So,
Look at it again.
yeah, that's really all I got, guys.
I know there's a plaque there, memorizing or memorializing,
Mhm.
the ex-sheriff several sheriffs ago. So don't know if that,
It still exists.
yeah.
Was that for hearing?
Quest.
Okay. Been a while.
So is that something that we should continue to,
I don't know, it's above my pay grade.
yeah. We'll figure it out.
Next time.
Yeah. Awkward pause. Okay, yeah, I got nothing. That's it.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, thank you. Does anybody have any questions for Eric?
I think we asked them all.
Thank you, sir. No requests, no final budget numbers. You said Joe had a report?
Yeah, it's in,
It should be in our board.
Yep, here we go.
It's on the big screen as well.
Short and sweet.
He's been doing well. One of the things that came up in county services earlier today is that, I don't know, I know he passed out the building code drafts to you guys a few months back.
Mm-hmm.
We will need to get some comment on that sooner rather than later. If you guys are comfortable with the approach, we'll have to take that to plan commission, for a text amendment. So I know that we're just planning on having that petition move forward, and when we're ready, we'll be able to start moving that through. But again, just remember that the goal was, to try to get these implemented by January of '26. Not saying that's gonna happen. It's okay if it doesn't, but I'd rather not drag it out further. I mean, too far into '26.
I briefly looked at them, but, I don't know
Yeah,
anything much about it, but, Joe's been around that a lot for a lot of his career, and I'm sure our chairman, he's looked at it as well.
yeah.
If there would be anything that stuck out, the chairman of this committee, if anything stuck out in his mind, I think he would have addressed it as well.
Well, we'll, next month, I'm sure, try to get that moving forward out of this committee. We looked at obviously our own code, and then other county codes around us, as well as some of the things that are required, trying to make sure that we are having some common sense, built into some of these changes and some of the updates, moving forward, so that, we're not overly restrictive on anything, and working with what our needs of our constituents are the best we can, with still meeting some of the standards. So, it shouldn't be too crazy, but we just wanted to make sure that I brought it up because it is going to have to be moving through in the next few months.
Yeah, I looked it over and I mean, I don't see anything off the wall or out of line at all, so.
Okay. Just wanted to bring it to note. Thank you.
Sorry, I could have got back to you sooner than that. I just, one of those things.
No big deal.
Okay, anything else? No unfinished business. We already went over the retaining wall update. No executive session. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
And second? And all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have